the back to get you dropped like the ascension. Folks be talking rich, but never get paid attention. The all-pro status will get you honorable mention. George coming with fire in 2030 was mentioned. Rise up, we the kings of the sports chatter. This little house better show you that family matters. Conversation hold weight like a blue whale. Just a place where talking your bitch, we on the Ricky scale. You can die hard in the sports debate, or we can take you to the bar if you chicken straight. So it's all hands on deck, loaded with no regrets. And we riding like the Cowboys cause we know the alphabet. NFL, MLB, NHL, NBA, NCAA, period. The smoke you ask for a leave hanging like a lyric. And we can draw you, put you underground like Harriet. Rise up. Number one sports league. What's up, everybody? I'm Andre DeSorge Robinson here. We are on Rise Up Unlimited Radio, brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. Shout out to David Allen and Angelita for giving us the platform to do this lovely show. Once again, we are back. I am with my brother from another mother who you're going to watch tomorrow night. You're going to put on a performance like no other. My guy all the way from Texas. You know who he is. He's got I'm trying to read the shirt, man. Pull the shirt up, man. We know. Give me treats. Yeah, give me treats. He's got the give me treats. We're going to give you sports talk at its finest. My guy, Marcus the Alphabets is in the building. What's good, everybody?
What's going on, man? What's good, man?
What's good?
You doing all right?
Yeah, man. I'm super ecstatic. You know, I'm super ecstatic to be back. And have what you need to run one of these phenomenal shows again. We got a lot of sports talk coming up for you, man. I know y'all been paying attention. Football is what, 6 weeks away? Less than 6 weeks away, Marcus. 6.
Some of the teams have already started their damn training camps.
Right.
Some of these teams have already started their training camp. So, you know, we're about 2 or 3 weeks away from about three weeks away from the Hall of Fame game.
Absolutely.
About 3 weeks. I mean, yeah. we got it's on, you know, it's on. And just to see some of the movement that's going on, some of the players that have moved around, coaches and stuff like that. Baker Mayfield, hashtag bust, finally got a job, you know. Josh Rosen got signed today. Poor guy. He's on his 6th team in 5 years.
Journeyman.
Hey, when I draft you in the first round, it's not so you can bounce all over the league. You're supposed to be a piece to my team, you know. So we'll see how it works out.
Absolutely. Cannot wait for football to come on. Hey, Ramona Dye's in the building. What's going on? The first lady is in the building. I see you. Shout out to you for sure. Listen, I need some of them tomatoes, man. I see all that you planting, man. The foundation. I've been watching. I'm watching from afar, man. I'm looking, I'm seeing, and I'm watching. So let's get this joint on the road, Marcus. We got to first and foremost talk about, obviously, the offseason and some of the moves that have been made. And a big move was made today. Kyler Murray signed a $230.5 million contract with the Arizona Cardinals. Folks, my call line is open already. I'm telling you right now, the call line is open already for your comments. I know y'all got stuff to say about it. Marcus, your thoughts on Kyler Murray and this new deal in which, by the way, the call line is right there at the bottom. You can see it on the ticketer, right there on the ticketer, okay? 716-481-8249 is the number. Marcus the Alphabets, man. Kick us off with your thoughts.
It's like I've been telling y'all forever. That's the going rate for starting quarterbacks. Oh, this guy, he's making too much money. Oh, this guy, he's making too much. If y'all don't like what Kyler Murray just signed, which I don't, but I understand why they did it, then just wait till Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert get paid. This is not. I was going back and forth with my lovely co-host, and I was telling her it's not even like the way it used to be 10 years ago. Where you had the flexibility to have a young quarterback sit. These quarterbacks now with the quarterback market, and you see a guy like your guy, that bad man up in Green Bay, the frozen tundra, Mr. Discount Double Check, making $50 million. And then when you start coming with accolades, now we just saw Kyler Murray. He's the second highest paid quarterback in the league now, right? Behind Aaron Rodgers. He's averaging $46 million a year. No NFC championships, no Super Bowls, no All Pros, and he's the second highest. So what does Joe Burrow make, who's gone to a Super Bowl in year 2? What does Justin Herbert make? What does Lamar Jackson make? He's due for his contract too. Former MVP. When he looked at these quarterback paid. So it's the going rate. When Trevor Lawrence comes up in a few years and these young cats getting drafted, they're gonna break the bank. So when you draft these quarterbacks, you have to put them out there. You don't have time like back in the day. Well, I'm gonna have him sit for a little bit and learn behind this guy. No, you got to throw him out there and sink or swim and see what he can do. You don't have 3 and 4 years because you got him for about 5 years. And in that 4 or 5 years, you got to see if this is the guy. You see how fast Cleveland got rid of Baker Mayfield. You see how fast the Cardinals got rid of Josh Rosen. You see how fast that the Jets got rid of Sam Darnold. You figure out real quick this ain't our guy, and we got to move on. They drafted Sam Darnold in the what pick was Sam Darnold? He was in that 2018 draft. Where did he go? Didn't he go before Josh Allen?
Yeah,
Sam
he did.
And they already got Zach. They already got Zach Wilson already, and they picked him number 2 overall. So you got to figure out if these guys can play. If it's not, you got to get rid of them, and you got to find somebody who can play. I guess they feel like they got their guy. They're not going to have DeAndre Hopkins for a few weeks. But they go and get a guy like Hollywood Brown, who he played with at Oklahoma. So I guess they felt comfortable enough. I wouldn't for a 5'8" quarterback, but hey, it ain't my money. It ain't my money.
All right, so Marcus, if I was to ask you just, on the intangibles, let's not talk about the market so much. We know what the market is. Let's talk about some of the intangibles. If I was a guy asking you as a GM, why would you pay Kyler Murray $230.5 million? What would be your answer?
Because he was the number 1 pick, and that's your guy. Because if he doesn't pan out, basically your GM and your coach, they brought him in. Let's not forget, the year before that they drafted Kyler Murray, they had drafted Josh Rosen. The very next year they drafted him because Cliff Kingsbury said, I need this guy to run my system, right? So, but here's the thing though, Torch, and this is what I always look at with players. And when I was arguing with people about Baker Mayfield, when you're a first-round pick, okay, you have to have elite traits, right? You got to have elite. You have to have what does, even though Kyler Murray is short, what is an elite? What is one thing he has that's like really elite? Speed, elusiveness. You look at a guy like Josh Allen. He was pick 6, pick 7, somewhere around there. Elite size, elite arm strength, elite mobility for his size. What does Baker Mayfield do so great? He's short. He's slow. He's got a crappy attitude. He makes bad commercials. He's got a bad attitude. And guys like that wash out like that. But if you're Kyler Murray, if you put some things around them, if Kyler Murray is 6'5", you don't really second guess this. The only thing that you really don't like with Kyler Murray is his height, So, they feel comfortable enough. He's tied to Cliff Kingsbury. If he fails, Cliff Kingsbury gets fired too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they're kind of bound together.
Right. Okay. So no MVP, said Ramona Die. Dalton Smith said way too much. There was drama between Kyler and Cliff. Remember that? Sure do. On his 4th year. Dalton said he was 2018 third pick, Sam D'Arno. 4 years is not fast, Marcus Betts. I was calling Baker Mayfield a bust after 2. Said Mayfield was the first pick, then Barkley was second, then Darnold was 3. And Ramona said that it was a shitty draft class, by the way.
Okay, back to 4 years is 4 years doesn't 4 years 4 years in that 4 years time you got to figure out. Yes, in 4 years you got to figure out that guy can play. Sam Darnold and Josh Rosen and Baker Mayfield didn't even make it through their first contracts. And then that's the teams that are constantly picking in the top 5 generally is because they don't have good quarterbacks. Let's not forget now the Jags they just drafted Trevor Lawrence last year, number 1, right? Not this past draft, but the draft before, right? Let's not forget, right before that, they had drafted Blake Bortles in the top 5. The Jets, they had drafted Sam Darnold, and a couple of years later, they're drafting Zach Wilson. So if you miss, you're going to have to go back, and then we already know how many quarterbacks that the Browns went through, picking, from Tim Couch to Johnny Manziel to Baker Mayfield to Brady Quinn and all of these guys because they kept missing on the quarterback position. So, you have to find that quarterback. You have to find that, and you don't have time to waste around. Now, we just saw Jimmy G, who took the 49ers to the Super Bowl and who took them and beat the Green Bay Packers 2 years in a row in the playoffs, and they tell him to go home. They tell him to go home and go start looking for a trade because this year they're starting Trey Lance. And that's why the Green Bay Packers are so pissed off and why Aaron Rodgers was so pissed off, because you go in the first round instead of drafting a wide receiver, you go and draft another quarterback who can't even get on the field. Those first round pick quarterbacks, they have to play. You can't sit them down and be like, Jordan Love's just sitting on the bench. Just sitting on the bench. What year did y'all draft him? Do you remember what year y'all draft Jordan Love?
Jordan Love was a couple seasons ago, 3 seasons ago to be exact.
And then you just sign Aaron Rodgers to a 5-year deal at 38 years old.
Yeah.
$50 million a year. Can't get the guy on the field. So, they feel comfortable with it. I don't feel comfortable with it. If I'm a GM, he doesn't fit my profile as a starting quarterback, but they feel comfortable enough with it. So, hey, y'all want Kyler Murray out there competing against the defending champ Rams with Aaron Donald and going against the 49ers with little Kyler Murray, then, hey, you have at it, bro. Have at it.
So, wait a minute. Time out. So, what I just got from you, Marcus the Alphabets, what I just got from you, and shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now. Thank you for tuning into the Rise Up Unlimited radio show, WDAP Radio, WDAP TV. I just got from you that you don't think Kyler Murray is even a starting quarterback in the NFL. When I asked you about, as a GM, what you would do, what you would say to,
no, he is a starter.
You have nothing but, you said the market earlier, and he's your guy. I'm not saying he's not a starting quarterback. I'm saying when you're the number 2 paid, look, who's the highest paid player on the field? What position? Quarterback. He's the number 2 paid quarterback behind Aaron Rodgers. So what that makes him, Kyler Murray as of today, what's today's date?
Kyler Murray,
21st.
The 21st. Kyler Murray, as of July the 21st, 2022, is the second highest paid player in the NFL. Is there anybody out there that thinks Kyler Murray is deserving to be the second highest paid player in the league? No. So, yes, that's just the going rate of quarterbacks, and that is why these teams try to figure out their quarterback position, because you get guys with no MVPs, no All-Pros, 1 or 2 Pro Bowls, no Super Bowls, who play streaky. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. And these guys are making $46 million a year. So you have to figure it out. So I don't think Kyler Murray's worth $46 million a year, but the market is what the market dictates. It's what the market. I don't think that gas should be $5 a gallon. But guess what? If I don't pay $5 a gallon, I'm not driving my car. So the market dictates. The market dictates. Man, I went to McDonald's the other day. I don't eat a whole bunch of McDonald's. I go to McDonald's. You know, the happy. I remember they used to have the dollar menu. They don't have the dollar menu no more. They don't have the dollar menu. It's like, I used to pay $1 for a McDouble. The McDouble now is like $1.99. Hey, man, when did y'all change? Hey, that's the going right. I can either pay that, I can pay the $1.99, or I can be without my McDouble. So that's what it is. You can either pay Kyler Murray $46 million, or somebody will pay him. The Ravens, they're in the dilemma right now. They keep kicking the can down the road with Lamar Jackson. They keep kicking the can down the road. Do you want to pay a guy who's never thrown for 4,000 yards, and I get there's mitigating circumstances because he doesn't really have any good receivers? So Torch, Kyler Murray's making $46 million with no MVPs. What is Lamar Jackson going to want? What's he going to want?
Okay, so I like where you're going. I like where you're going. But you know what? I think I say this about once a show to you. Marcus the Alphabets. I can't believe what you over here doing right now. I can't believe the narrative that you is trying to paint. You good for this. Once a show, I gotta start off the show, or in the middle of the show, or at the end of the show, I gotta have this rant about you and painting these pictures. You are real cute at painting pictures. First and foremost, let's be clear, okay? The reason why you're paying Kyler Murray for number one is because something that you mentioned about Josh Rosen, right? Josh Rosen was first round bustability, right? That's bustability, right? I mean, he probably one of the biggest busts in NFL history right now. 6 years, 6 teams, journeyman for a first round, and still gonna be pouring the Gatorade. All right, getting paid to pour Gatorade. So that's number one. Number two, secondly, Kyler Murray. He reminds you, he's small like Drew Brees, fast, can throw the football, and he made Christian Kirk some money, right? He made Christian Kirk some money, right? Didn't he make Christian Kirk some money? Okay.
So, another guy who has boosted up the market and made average players top money. So check this out. Me and Mona were talking about this earlier. If you're Deontay Johnson or Deebo Samuel or DK Metcalf, and you see Christian Kirk making $18 million a year, Christian Kirk, when you see him making that, and you're Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf, Deontay Johnson, or you had Scary Terry McLaurin, and you see Christian Kirk making $17, $18 million, what are you going to say? So
you know what he's going to say? You know what you're going to say? You're going to say, thank you, Kyler Murray, for making Thank you, Kyler Murray, for making regular players a whole lot of money so we can get some money. So thank you, Kyler, for that. Thank you. I appreciate you. You know what, homeboy, go get your money, man. Get your money. $230.5 billion. Get your money, Kyler. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Thank you very much, because I know when the market opened up for me, the floodgates have opened. I mean, the floodgates have opened because of you, Kyler Murray. So thank you very much, Kyler. You light-skinned 5'9" quarterback. You. Thank you very much. Now, with that being said, I think Kyler Murray has some intangibles that makes him dangerous. Let's not forget, Kyler Murray may not have won the MVP, but he sure enough was in the conversation. The year that the Arizona Cardinals beat the Bills on that D-Hop touchdown. Let's not act like he wasn't in the conversation, and then it just fell off the last couple of weeks. You know what? Sometimes some people just fall. You know, some folks just fall off. Kyler Murray wasn't ready for big time. He wasn't ready for big time. But
when I'm paying you, I make you the second highest paid player in the league. Mm-hmm. Do you think that? Let me ask you this. Now, Kyler Murray went number one. Do you think that the Buffalo Bills have any reservations about giving Josh Allen his money?
No. You know what?
Hang on. Do you think that the Kansas City Chiefs have any reservations about giving Patrick Mahomes his money?
No. You can't have no reservations. But I'm gonna tell you why. It's because of something that you mentioned earlier. You mentioned top 2, top 3 elite skill traits, right? You mentioned that. Patrick Mahomes has top 3 skill elite traits. Josh Allen has top 3 elite skill traits, right? So you paying for that. Obviously, you paying for that. But you know what else Kyler Murray getting paid for? Something else that you kind of alluded to a little bit, but you didn't get all the way through, is the fact that he going to get his ass beat. He going to get beat up this year. He going to get beat up. He going to get beat up. That division that he played in, he going to get beat up. The 49ers just was damn near in the Super Bowl, right? The Rams won the Super Bowl, right? And then we all know the other team that's in the mix of that too, right? We all know, you know what team that is. They're always in the mix too, right? So he's gonna get beat up in his own division. Yeah. He gonna get beat up too. I mean, Seattle is in, but they're usually in the mix. Now that, you know, Russell Wilson, you know what? He kind of did the Russell Westbrook thing, moved to another team, but Russell Wilson is now in Denver playing. So, you know, you ain't got to worry about Seattle too much, but you got enough to worry about. He going to get his butt whooped. He going to get beat up. And then who is his weapons? I mean, you mentioned D-Hop not being around, right, for a couple of weeks. Who is his 6 weeks? Who's his weapons? You didn't mention nobody off the AARP. You didn't mention nobody off AARP.
James Conner at running back, Zach Ertz, and then they traded for Hollywood Brown.
Okay, Hollywood Brown. Now we're going to see what Hollywood Brown really about. Okay, we're going to see. Can he make Hollywood Brown? Can he give Hollywood Brown the Christian Kirk treatment? Can he get the Christian Kirk treatment? Marcus, can he do it? Why would he do it? Can he do it?
I have no. Let me see here. Dalton says Kyler needs to be consistent. He needs to get in together and hasn't got it together. When D-Hop was injured, he needs to prove himself. Get it together with D-Hop 6-game suspension. Deborah Beatty says, who is the Sea-Turk? I think she's talking about the Seahawk. It's either going to be Geno Smith or Drew Lock. And Dalton says AJ Green. Yeah, they still got AJ Green and Rondale Moore. But, you know, they made that pick. They made that trade. I mean, AJ Green's a shell of himself now. You know, they got Hollywood Brown until D-Hop gets back. And James Conner was balling, but he does what he always does every year. He plays good and then he gets hurt. He gets hurt every year. I think he was like leading the league in touchdowns. He had like 12 or 13 touchdowns, and you know, he did his thing and then he got hurt like he always does. So we'll see. You got to go earn, like you said, Torch. You got to go earn that money now. And I think he's gonna get roughed up a little bit because that is a nasty division. Nasty division.
Absolutely. Now, the deal that Kyler Murray got runs through 2028. Obviously, he's gonna get $160 guaranteed for them injuries. I told you he's gonna get beat up. 160 million guaranteed for injury purposes. His annual salary is 46.1 million, which is right behind who you said, Aaron Rodgers, and real close with the Deshaun Watson. Him and Deshaun Watson is like right here. All right, and then you got Patrick Mahomes, who's a little behind. Damn, Patrick Mahomes already behind now in annual pay. Wasn't we just talking about recently how just last year Patrick Mahomes $50 million deal? Like we asked how long it was gonna take for somebody to overtake it. Damn
well,
it!
He was at 45. He was at 45.
Well, at 45, right?
And then Rodgers jumped him to 50. And right. Then when Watson got traded to the Browns, he jumped over him because they redid his deal. So it's like they keep hopping. Like I said, when Lamar Jackson comes up on his contract, which he's in his contract year right now. Let's not forget, Lamar Jackson was in the same draft as Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen, and he's got an MVP. So what is he going to want when he sees a guy like Kyler Murray getting paid and Deshaun Watson, who might not even play this year? He might not even play this year. So, it's a lot of stuff. We're going to get some answers here pretty soon.
Hey, y'all, I just got something real quick. Y'all mentioned Hollywood Brown. Don't he look like, hold on, don't he look like, just look at this right here. Look at this picture right here. Don't he look like the little guy on Space Jam? Don't he look like the little version? Don't he look like the little character on Space Jam compared to Kyler? Look at this. Look at him with the bobble. Don't he look like that, Marcus? Just look at this damn.
He's a little dude. He's a little dude.
Hella little. Stuart Little. All right. With that being said, there is little to no joke on the next topic that we talking about. Obviously, the dogs, the Georgia Bulldogs. Coach just got paid 10 years, $113 million contract. My question to you, Marcus, the Alphabets on this. Obviously, we're talking about Kirby Smart, and thank you for tuning in to the Rise Up Unlimited radio show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. Call line is open, 716-481-8249. You could call in. Let us know your thoughts on what we're talking about. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. Al York, what's good? Darnell Thunderbird, thank you for tuning in. Johnny Copperfield, what's good, man? Listen, what's your thoughts on these coaches getting paid more than these players, man? I need to know. It's a conversation we need to have. Do you feel like these coaches is now getting paid way too much?
Well, I think now with the players getting those NIL deals, for everybody who doesn't know what NIL stands for, is name, image, and likeness. That means if they put you on Madden on NCAA 2023 as a character, you're number 23. It says Robinson on the back of your jersey. You get part of that money. So name, image, and likeness. So
pay me, player.
Pay. So it's just there's a lot of money out there. So if you want one of the elite coaches in college football now, you're going to have to pay money. You look at the Smart, Kirby Smart, and Nick Saban. And I don't know how the hell Lane Kiffin keeps getting jobs, or Lincoln Riley going to USC, or and then when you coach at these premier colleges, Texas, and you get a guy like Arch Manning, you're going to. There had to be some type of talks for a guy like Arch Manning to go in there, with the hype that he getting being a Manning boy or whatever. So, that's the going rate. You're going to see, for these big time programs, Georgia, defending national champions, beat Alabama in the national championship. So, I think in a few years, Torch, I think it's going to be like 3 mega conferences. Now we got, Big 10, Big 12, SEC, ACC, Pac 12. Now like USC USC, and who else is going to the Big Ten? Texas and Oklahoma going to the SEC. You know, it's going to get to the point where there's going to be like 25 teams, 20 to 25 teams in the conference, 3 or 4 conferences, you know, north, south, east, and west. And you just fall into there wherever you are, and that's where you go with it. So there ain't no damn way that USC should be playing against Michigan in a regular season game. There's just no way. Texas and Oklahoma playing in the SEC. Missouri, which is nearly up as far north as you can go. Missouri in the SEC. It's like, come on, man.
The Mizzou, baby, the Mizzou.
Yeah, you know. So that's just the way it's going now. You're gonna see 3 or 4 mega conferences, and everybody's gonna have to fall underneath those. And then these coaches, you know, the money's just getting better and better and better. So congratulations to them. I ain't hating. Nick Saban sounded like a hater the other day whenever some of these other teams are getting players and stuff. And Deion Sanders a few months ago got a little bit upset with him, you know, because some of these players going to HBCUs and going to other places, and we can't. Man, you've been had the number 1 recruiting class for 10 straight years, and you mad about some player going to Jackson State? Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and you know how that goes. They want the best players all times. If they can get them, they want them. So you can't get upset about that. You know, that's the competition side. Again, as long as you ain't spread no fabrications, man, because I think that's what they was upset about. Texas.
Deion got pissed. And he was like, Nick Saban said, you know, we could talk behind closed doors. Nah, we ain't going to do it behind closed doors. We're going to do it in front of everybody. Because there's been a lot. I'm not accusing them. I'm just saying there's been a lot of talk that Alabama through the years has been paying players. You know, you see some of these, you cannot, when you're 4 deep at each position and you got Derrick Henry and Najee Harris on the same team, you know, you go from Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs to Jalen Waddle. You know, it's like, come on, man, come on now. I mean, you're going from just these elite blue chip, you know, 5-star recruits, and you got 4 or 5 of them on your team. It's just it don't normally work like that. So I'm not saying that they're cheating, because it ain't cheating. What they say, it ain't cheating unless you get caught. So I don't know. We'll see. But congratulations to Kirby Smart. I ain't mad. Any man trying to get paid, I am not mad at you.
All right. Now, with that being said, once again, I want to thank everybody for watching Rise Up Unlimited, the radio show, brought to you by WDAP Radio and TV. Man, Challenger News article is out right now. Make sure you go check that out. Man, there's some other things we got to talk about, but I'm going to save it for another show. It won't be on this one, but we got 2 other things to talk about on this show per se. We got like 17 minutes because we want to be out of here by 9 o'clock. We got some things to watch. We got some things to trump, AKA we got some things to trump around here. So we got to go do that. But I want to talk about Ja Morant again. I want to talk about Ja Morant and this Michael Jordan situation. And by the way, bringing on to the show right now, my guy, Terrell Harrison is in the building, a.k.a. Quotes in the house. Quotes, what's up? What's going on, Quotes? Hey, Quotes, yes. You just tuning in. We want to talk about the Ja Morant, Michael Jordan conversation. Your thoughts on it, and then Marcus, go ahead and let us know what you think about Ja Morant talking about how he would cook Michael Jordan.
Ja Morant was 100% in bounds to say he will cook Michael Jordan. When you play a game at this high a level, you're supposed to have that mindset that you're the best on the court no matter what. Now, do I think he actually could have cooked Michael Jordan's prime? No. No one thinks that. Come on, let's be 100% realistic. But you're supposed to have that mindset. If you are a competitor of any sort, you're supposed to have the mindset and believe that you are the best at any given time. And I'd have no problem with John Morant saying that he should have that mindset. And a lot more players should have that dog in them like John Morant does.
Marcus the alphabets. I smell a debate coming.
No. Look, I'm always having confidence, and I agree with you, Quotes. I believe that you have to be. You need to be confident, for you to play at any level, at the professional level. These athletes are doing things that children dream about, living out their dreams. They probably dreamed about some of this stuff, but you also have to be. I'm old school. I believe you have to respect your elders. Now, imagine if Michael Jordan, as soon as he came in the league, he's like, you know what? I'm the best player ever. I'm better than Bill Russell. Dude, you ain't got enough skins on the wall. Now, I'm talking about Michael Jordan first coming in 1984 draft and saying you're better than Bill Russell, you're better than Magic Johnson, or you're better than, the guys who came before you, Larry Bird or Dr. J or those guys that came, that played in the, 60s and 70s, and you come into the league talking about, let's not forget, and I love Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is my favorite player all time. But Michael Jordan didn't win nothing until 90? He got drafted in 84 and didn't win because Detroit had won in 88 and 89, 89 and 90. And then the Bulls had that first three. He didn't win nothing for 7 years. Nothing. He got bounced out of the playoffs first round 2 times. You don't come into the league talking about your TBE, you're the best ever, you're, disrespecting the people who laid the foundation for you. I get it. You want your respect or whatever like that. And maybe one day you'll get to that mountaintop. Maybe one day, that would be like some running back coming into the league and be like, you know what? I'm better than Barry Sanders. I'm better than Walter Payton. I'm better than Jim Brown. Bro, slow your heels. You ain't won nothing. You ain't come on, man. Come on. You're a quarterback coming into the league. I'm better than Joe Montana. I'm way better than Joe Montana. Bro, stop it. Stop. You're not there yet, man. You got to put in your time, put in your work. You ain't got enough skins on the wall to be talking the way that you're talking. Maybe one day, but we see my coach used to have a saying. He said, potential. You know what potential means? You ain't did nothing yet. Nothing. I put John Morant in the same category like I do Damian Lillard. A really, really good player who ain't won jack. You're talking about, you're comparing yourself to one of the best basketball players that ever lived? How dare you? How dare you? Don't you ever fix your mouth to say something like that. You put in the work. You are not on that level yet. You're just not. And I believe that these young cats, Michael Jordan would have made an example out of him. Torch, you remember a few years back, there was this cornerback or a safety from the Steelers. I forget what his name was. And he was talking smack to Tom Brady. He was this corner or this safety from the Steelers. It's a rookie. And he's walking off, he's talking smack to Tom Brady after Brady got 3 or 4 championships. I'm like, man, the way you're talking, you cannot talk like that. Not you, not Ben Roethlisberger saying it, but you, the bench warmer, the guy who was the player 52 on the roster, and you're talking like you're writing checks like that. So no, I found it highly disrespectful, and part of this is a generational thing. These young cats nowadays, they don't respect their elders, and that's why you got to cook them sometime and rough them up a little bit to put them in their place. You have not done enough work to talk the way that you're talking. That's how I feel about that.
Now, Marcus, is there a difference between better and more accomplished? Because this debate came up on the internet this week that I had with a lot of people. Whose career would you rather have, Andre Iguodala's or Carmelo Anthony's? And now, while Carmelo is the better player, you kind of could look at Andre Iguodala and say he's more accomplished. Now, in this debate, I feel like he didn't say, "Hey, I'm more accomplished than Michael Jordan," or "Hey, like I'm a 6-time." Like, no, he ain't saying none of that. He just said if we were on the court, I would cook him. I think I'm the better.
How tall is Ja Morant? How tall is Ja Morant?
I believe 6'2". Don't quote me on that.
He's not that big of a dude. Michael Jordan wouldn't even be covering you, bro. Like, stay. I'm like, dude, stay in your lane. Compare yourself to a guy like Allen Iverson. Like work your way up. Don't just, man. You got to get in line, bro. You're gonna go all the way to the GOAT. Like, work your way. I'm one of the best players. 6'3" and under. Okay, just jump into the front of the line, calling out the champ. Nah, bro. You got to work your way through there. Are you better than Isaiah Thomas? Are you better than Allen Iverson? Guys who were like your size that have. Allen Iverson never won. Are you better than Allen Iverson? You gonna go automatically to Michael Jordan? Really? Are you better right now than Dame Lillard is?
God, yes.
Who's never won anything and stuck over in Portland, and he just signed a big deal. He ain't ever gonna win nothing over there, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Wait a minute, Quotes. Did I hear you say that he better than Damian Lillard?
Yes, you did. 100% you did.
Ja Morant better than Damian Lillard?
Yes. The fact that Damian Lillard made the NBA 75th anniversary team makes me sick. Let me tell you. I have lost a lot of stock in Damian Lillard since that, to be fair.
Is Ja Morant better than Allen Iverson? Is he better than Dwayne Wade?
See, that's hard because you could say better, but you can't say more impactful, more accomplished, any of those things.
I'm just saying, when you look at, is Ja Morant better than James Harden?
Yes.
Like your contemporaries, you're not even like the best player of your era, and you're going against and you're comparing yourself to an all-time great.
He better than Luka Doncic?
Is he better than Luka?
No, he's not.
Wait a minute. So you have timeout. I'm sorry, I have to ask this question. So you have Luka Doncic, and I get it. Luka Doncic is really good. But you have Luka Doncic over Ja Morant, but you don't have Damian Lillard over Ja Morant?
No, I'd have Luka. Luka's a top 5 player in his league. What do you mean?
Wait a minute, timeout. Pause. I'm sorry. I totally get all the spectacle about Luka being the young guy, but Damian Lillard, the guy who damn near drops 27-7 every season, the guy who just single-handedly led the Portland Trailblazers last season without McCollum.
Let them wear.
It don't matter. He still led the team. He wasn't Kevin Love.
Is Ja Morant?
Wait a minute. He wasn't Kevin Love leading the team. He wasn't Chris Bosh leading the team.
He didn't get anywhere with it.
He was better at leading the team than those two. Like, let's not quote. I swear, I think
he's such a
I
good
really
leader.
think so. Watch this. So here we go. Now here's where I gotta break it down. You like pies, right? You like pies, right? Okay, let's break it down in pies in sections. Ready? What is Ja Morant better than Damian Lillard at? Exactly.
A little bit of everything except for defense.
Whoa. Timeout. A little bit of everything. So Ja Morant can shoot better than Damian Lillard.
I'd put him at the same level. I think the shooting problems that people look at with Ja Morant are not as deep as people try and make.
No. That's not what I asked you. Nice try. Don't try to finagle the conversation. The same level. No. So he is on the same level shooting wise as Damian Lillard.
Yes.
That's like saying Giannis. Hold on, watch this. That's like saying Giannis Antetokounmpo is on the same level as Joel Embiid shooting.
No, that's different.
No, it ain't.
That's different. Giannis is a different animal when it comes to
is Ja Morant. Hang on, is Ja Morant better than Jimmy Butler?
No.
What the? Quote, and you about to get a rant too. You about to get a rant too. I can't believe you right now. First of all, Damian Lillard is better than him shooting wise. He's better than him passing wise. He's better on defense. Defensively.
No, Torch. I'm saying, is he is Ja Morant better than Jimmy Butler? That's what.
But I'm saying I'm talking about Damian Lillard, Mister. So Jimmy Buckets is better than him, but Damian Lillard not. How? Make this make sense. Exactly.
But we're getting off the subject. The bottom line is you're not even better than some of the current players, some of the young current players. Is he better than Ball?
Yes. LaMelo or Lonzo?
The kid, the youngest one.
Yes.
LaMelo. Yes.
Is he better than Lonzo?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if he's better than him. I don't know if he's better than
close to the defender that Lonzo is, and that does matter a lot, yo.
But that's what I'm saying. You're chirping about an all-time great, an all defensive player, a league MVP.
Marcus,
you're saying, and Coles, you're saying, well, more accomplished. He got those accomplishments because of his skills, because of his defense, because of his shooting, because of his ability to score.
Wait a minute. Well, hold on. But Marcus, we got a failure to launch here.
What's that?
John Morant coming at the GOAT, yet he's a defensive liability at times against somebody who has an unguardable shot that is accurate, that is dead accurate. And you want me to believe that John Morant in a prime. Listen, I done broke this down to a science 1,000 times. Marcus, why did the perfect example, why did the Golden State Warriors win championships?
They just too much firepower.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Too much firepower.
Because they don't have to extenuate a whole lot of energy on the offensive end, which helps them on the defensive end. If you know anything about basketball, if you can score on the offensive end without having to do too much defensively, that helps you out a great deal because you're not extenuating a whole lot of energy on the offensive end. The reason why Boston and those guys lost is because guys like Jaylen Brown and others have to extenuate a lot of energy on the offensive end to score. And defensively, you can't hold up 7 games against the Warriors, a team who can just shoot you out of the gym from 30 feet.
I think we're kind of saying. I think we're kind of saying the same thing.
No.
Teams like Golden State, and this isn't any sport. This isn't just basketball. But I will stay with basketball. With Golden State, they have firepower. And they get you out of your element because they jump on you, or you have a lead on them and they go on a 23-2 run on you.
Why do they do that, Marcus?
Because they have firepower. They have fire.
What type of firepower are we talking about? Are we talking about Mario? Are we talking about Mario with the firepower coming out of? I'm talking. Their 3-point shoot. Their 3-point shooting is deadly. They can go on a run like that. It's like jumping over the football. When you're playing Kansas City, they have firepower. It's like, and if you don't, you can't sit up there and try to go point for point with them, because if you do, and you're a 3 and out. Okay, so you go out there, they scoring you at 7-0. Then they stop you one time, it's 14-0. And then you kick a field goal and they score again, it's 21-3. And now you're playing catch up the whole rest. And I'm not talking Heinz catch up. I hate that they changed the name on the damn stadium, by the way. But you're playing catch up the whole game. And that's what they do to you. So And that's my point about Michael and John Morant. By the time John Morant looked up, it'd be 8-0. Michael Jordan done already scored 8 buckets because Michael Jordan ain't had to extenuate a whole bunch of energy. Michael Jordan would do the little back down, hit him with the fade about 8, 9, 10 times. That thing would be over in a hurry. And let's not. In fact, let's not forget Michael Jordan had one of the best hesitations in the game before. Here's the thing that would have happened to John Morant, especially playing against the Bulls.
Michael Jordan's not going to be guarding you. Scottie Pippen or Ron Harper is probably going to be the one guarding you.
Nah, but we're talking about a one-on-one though, Mike.
A one-on-one. I'm 6'6" and you're 6'2", 6'3", and I'm just going to back you down and fade away, jump your lights out.
Yeah, this is no-brainer.
That's it. So for me, just in summary, young people in anything, in whatever endeavor it is, respect your elders. I'll use another analogy. Some new wrestler comes in, he's just like, "Oh yeah, I'm just better than Ric Flair. I'm better than Hulk Hogan. I'm better than Goldberg. I'm better than Undertaker." And you just stepped onto the scene. It's like you have potential. You may be one day, but bro, you don't have enough skins on the wall to talk the way you're talking.
See, I've been doing this. I think Ja Morant's comment really was saying that. No one believes he could beat Jordan. I don't even believe that. That's not what I was saying. I just said the mindset itself is the mindset he should have.
Well, then you know what? If it's a mindset, keep it in your mind. Don't have it come out of your mouth. Don't have it come out of your mouth. If that's what you think that. You can think that in your brain, but once it goes from your mind to your mouth in front of millions of people, that's mad disrespectful, and you're gonna draw a lot of negative attention to yourself. You know what Ja Morant is now? A meme. That's what he is. Like I just saw the meme. It's like, oh yeah, Ja Morant says he's gonna he would cook Michael Jordan. Now they got cook my pasta. The only thing he cook is my pasta. You're a meme now. Keep that stuff to yourself, because now, bro, from now until the end of time, you're gonna always. Do y'all remember that fool 20 years ago, Ja Morant saying he was better than Michael Jordan? And you bring a lot of unnecessary attention to yourself. Do y'all remember a few years ago when old Big Mouth Ball was saying that LeVar Ball was saying Lonzo was better than Steph Curry while he was still at UCLA?
I love those days.
Oh yeah, my son, he's better than Steph Curry right now. He's better than Michael Jordan. And then was it DeAndre Fox cooked him?
He got his boot smoked in the tournament.
DeAndre Fox cooked him, and Monk and Fox just wore his butt out, because you done put a target on his back. And I guarantee you, from here on out, everybody who plays against Ja Morant gonna be trying to cook him. Everybody that plays is gonna try to cook, because you ran your mouth. So, mind your elders, folks.
Right, absolutely. All right, we got wow, we already at 9:03 quotes, man.
Hold on.
I like the mindset thing. I can agree with the mindset thing, but sometimes you got to be humble too. You got to be humble and sometimes keep some certain things to yourself. Like Michael said, keep it to yourself, man.
Yeah, I give y'all that.
Jandre, he says, "You crazy? Ja's not better than Dame. His argument doesn't make sense. Ja team was better without him. Ja not even top 10 in the league right now. That's how I feel about that. I'm like, bro, you can't. You got to
DeAndre, because I believe that as well.
Ja isn't top 10 in the league right now, but Dame Lillard isn't top 10 in the league right now.
Okay, but I will tell you he ain't better than that.
And also be fair, Ja is only 22. We haven't seen Ja Morant in his prime.
My theme for this year, all year long, Marcus, quote this, put quotes on this. Literally, no pun intended. Put quotes on this, no pun intended. On what metric scale is he better than who? And I would say that all year long. By what metric scale? That's all I want to hear. What metrics? I want to hear facts. I want to see some legitimate argument and no opinionated stuff all year long. I'm telling you, by what metric scale? Now, quotes, I get you. Young guys, he's probably top 5 in the new generation, new school generation. But I don't think he's top 5 like player.
Is he better than Devin Booker?
Yes. Devin Booker is highly overrated.
Okay.
Is he better than Jason Tatum?
Ooh, that's a push for me right now.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, Marcus. Here we go again. Why you do this? You be starting.
I'm just saying. Look. We can't spend. We only got a few more minutes, and we got one more topic to go. Let's just leave it at this. Young people out there, respect your elders. That's all I'm going to say. Respect your elders. Respect the people who came before you and laid the foundation for you in whatever endeavor that you're at. Somebody who's been doing it a little bit longer than you and a little bit better than you for a little bit longer, give them their just due.
I'm glad that you said that, Marcus, because our next topic is just that. Should we be taking Jonathan Taylor over Derrick Henry right now?
Woo! I've been waiting for this one.
Go ahead, Coles, because I want to see what you got to say about it. Then I'll go. Go ahead.
I say no. And it's kind of like the same as the Ja thing. Jonathan Taylor has only been in the league 2 years. 2 amazing years, yes. But he has only been in the league 2 years. It's a little too early to crown him the guy when he doesn't have at least 3 to 5 years of consistency at a position. I think it's really hard in any sport to crown a guy the guy that quickly. So no, I would not put him over Derrick Henry, even though I like him more than Derrick Henry. I like his play more than Derrick Henry's, but you can't put him over Derrick Henry at this juncture, no.
Okay. Here's the thing. Here's how it's a little bit different than basketball, and even a little bit more different when it comes to running backs. Running backs usually have their peak early in their career, and then they fade out. Do you know that Ezekiel Elliott is only 26 years old? Does he run like a 26-year-old though? The way he's playing now.
Nah, he on his Todd Gurley.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like running backs are like comets. They like burn out real fast. Derrick Henry, I love Derrick Henry, but here, who's in a better situation? Who has a better offensive line? The Titans or the Colts?
The Colts.
Okay. Who has a better quarterback? The Titans or the Colts?
Ooh, that's a hard one.
Ryan Tannehill versus Matt Ryan.
That's a
not Carson Wentz. Not Carson Wentz. He had 1,800 yards last year with Carson Wentz, and had nearly 200-yard rushing on the number 1 defense, the Buffalo Bills, with Carson Wentz at quarterback. What is he going to do with former MVP Matt Ryan, who's in a great situation now because he doesn't have to do everything like he did for Atlanta? And Matt Ryan is going to love Jonathan Taylor because now teams are going to have to pick their poison. If you low 8 in the box and Matt Ryan, you're giving him easy reads. And then with Derrick Henry, with his style of play, it's not conducive to a long career. The way that Derrick Henry runs the ball, just that smash mouth type, he's 26, 27 years old. And I think Jonathan Taylor is like 22, 23. That helps in football, especially with a running back, because he doesn't have as many carries as Derrick Henry does. So I would say right now, if I had to choose right now, today, and somebody say you could either have Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor, I'm taking Jonathan Taylor.
See, and that's where it kind of blurs the lines for me. I would take Jonathan Taylor, yes, but do I think he's better than Derrick Henry right now? No.
What does Derrick Henry do better than Jonathan Taylor? Does he catch the ball? Does he catch the ball? Does he catch the ball better?
I don't think so.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like Jonathan Taylor is Derrick Henry is a old school I formation power back. The new school backs nowadays, the type of backs they want now, they're dual threat backs. They want guys like Kamara. They want guys like young Zeke, guys that can run the ball and catch the ball. Marshall Faulk type, but at 225 pounds. Najee Harris. That's what these coaches want now. They don't generally want some 250 pounds I formation Ron Dane. Well, that's disrespectful to Derrick Henry. Just a big bruiser who can't really catch the ball. Like Jonathan Taylor, he catches the ball great, and he's a great runner too. So like, if I had my druthers right now, give me Jonathan Taylor. So that's that. There you have it. Look, y'all. We're about to shut it down.
I'm gonna shut it down this way.
Okay.
Real quick. Alexa, play Too Young, Too Much, Too Fast.
Here's Too Much, Too Young, Too Fast by Airborne on Amazon Music.
With that being said, folks, Marcus had it right. We got to go watch some Trump stuff. We got trumping to do. I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Rise Up Unlimited radio show brought to you by WDAP Radio and WDAP TV. We'll see y'all next week. For sure.
Make sure y'all tune into the Alphabet Football Show tomorrow, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with the Rise Up Valley. Make sure y'all do that for us. We'll have a good time tomorrow. We're back. Season 3, baby.
Big facts.